Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gators will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Sooners' offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and expect to continue to get carries.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Here we go. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I love jet sweeps because it puts so much pressure on defenses with their eye discipline. It's really hard for these linebackers and DBs and defensive ends to locate a really fast receiver cutting across the formation so quickly, getting the handoff. You see that time, he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
Fighting off the defender. Miles ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's...
Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Takes the handoff. It's Booth. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Still running at the 40. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Give to the back. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's right on target. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the lone running back. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Gators are on the move. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's open on the right. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Off he goes. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
From the gun, getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Sooners will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Gators are flying down the field. Let's go! Comes out throwing on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football, and you can tell.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
A field goal here will put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. Give to the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it, that time to hand it off and pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Touchdown, Florida! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up 14 over Washington. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Booth. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll go to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback checking off. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Takes the handoff and he's going right. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
DB's right up on the receivers. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Sooners have this offense rolling.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everything.
Touchdown, Sooners! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. It's a one-possession game in the fourth. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket starts to collapse. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll run it to the right side. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Right back to the well. He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Here comes the 2-point try. Wide out in motion. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Pressure coming. Coming after him. He'll pull it down and run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The hurry up now. Second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. With the catch, it's Booth. Oh, spins away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Looking to throw on second down. He's got it inside the 30. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Oh, what a move! He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. They're going to throw it on third and goal. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to beat...
Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right now.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Gators! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Man, that was exhilarating. Incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You've got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.